This is the Business of Leadership Series Minute with your host, the best-selling author of Don't Buy a Duck and founder of MarketingStrategyHero.com, Derek Champagne.
I'm excited about a return guest we have today. You may remember her from being on Shark Tank. She has Mama's Milk Box, great entrepreneur, great business mind, Elena Petzold. Thank you so much for joining us again today.
Thank you for having me. I love your podcast, and so I'm honored too that you would have me back on. I'm super delighted.
There's such a tsunami of, I don't know if even emotion is the right word, but I think it is, because it is your baby, and you do have customers, and you do have all these things around you, and there are all these options, and your mind you explore so many different things. So imagine, I can imagine going from all of that to the acceptance, which does takes the same mindset that you have to start entrepreneurship or start a business. Is there a feeling of peace and stillness, acceptance? What is that feeling like?
You know what? There's a moment of peace because you definitely are satisfied at finally making the decision and letting go of the unknown,
right.
Because you've made the decision and But I'm actually really glad you asked me about this, because I did start talking about this with some people and some entrepreneurs I work with. There's also a very long period, if you do it right, you kind of know it's coming and you start it before, but of also grief.
Right. That's right.
And I talk about that with people who are at those crossroads a lot, because a lot of times they just kind of think they'll glaze over it. I don't think you can glaze over it, because if you do, then you lose that satisfaction that you did it and you tried, and that there really is no failure. But just coming to this place of like letting go of, because as an entrepreneur, we're dreamers. So like our visions are always like how big and in the clouds. My husband always says, you're on the clouds and my feet are on the ground. And I say, and that's why I love you and we're together. I need that.
Yes, that's great.
So our visions are big, and then when you make that decision, some of those visions go away. And I think like you have to kind of allow yourself to go through that too and accept that too. And like your best friends and your best network and your support network, and like those people understand that too, and they give you that space, because it's kind of that moment where you let it go. But then I like to say, like, you also dream new dreams. So it's an interesting space to be in. It's deeply personal for many people. Again, we're the emotional beings. Entrepreneurs, always, the brains are always going, always creating, always thinking.
Well, I truly appreciate you being open and sharing this. And in fact, we're going to keep going and talking about how that's an asset to you. And you're a sharp business mind, you're a sharp marketer, and you've been able to take your talents and put them to great use. But I appreciate you taking the time to talk with us, because there is a sense of, for myself anyway, and for some of the entrepreneurs I know, there's a sense of shame, there's a sense of pride, a sense of, it's just hard, even when we talk about failure being a learning lesson. It's we're not failing, we're learning. Deep down inside, for me anyway, when I have had a business that did not work out, I felt some shame and embarrassment and my pride. And that's, maybe I'm a very prideful person, but to talk about it like this is just really awesome. And so when you talked to me about sharing this, I thought, man, we all need to hear this, because there's a transformation that happens here of something way bigger and better on the other side, when we're willing to either let go or to move on to something better.